Hi, I'm Don, and this is The Hobbyist Geek. Welcome back, y'all! Today we're continuing our Lord of the Rings journey! We have Minas Tirith, the White City. I am so looking forward to this one. This is the one this is the whole reason I decided to do the Lord of the Rings series, because this model just looks so awesome in the product images. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the packaging, and then we'll see what comes inside. All right, so here is the here's the packaging that we get for this, and just look at this. That looks absolutely incredible. We've got what appears to be some really nice laser etching all along the mountainside here. The only real splash of color is right around the white tree there. Look at all of the buildings. And, well, we got a whole bunch of different shapes, sizes. This is going to be, well, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be quite fun. In a couple little places, you can see the tabs, which will give you a little bit of an idea of the scale. So that actually scares me just a little bit. Looks like a lot of this stuff is going to be really, really, really small, but it's very angular for the most part, and therefore should be a fairly simple build. I think size is really going to be the only consideration. Perhaps these little triangle, these cone parapets there are probably going to be the most difficult, just based on the product image. But we'll see. Get a little bit of idea what's coming in the window there. The back side looks like we're getting 4 full sheets, which is huge for these. So there's definitely a lot of metal that's going to be going into this product. I can't wait. This is a 6 out of 10, so it looks like I was about right on the difficulty scale. So shouldn't be too hard. 204 pieces, which actually isn't very much either. On the bottom here, they kind of covered up one of the products here, but I'm guessing that's going to be Orthanc on the side. And then we've got Barad-dûr and Sauron. And last time around I mentioned I didn't even know Sauron was a thing, and there's a reason for that. As of filming, even filming this one, he has not yet been released. This is still a coming soon product. So I don't know if it will be released by the time this comes out, but as of right now, that is not available. So, all right, let's go ahead and open this puppy up and see what we got. And here is what we have inside the package. I mean, just look at all this metal here. This is awesome. We can get a very clear image of this laser etching. Ooh, this is tactile as well. So you can actually feel all the ridges and raised bits. This is actually really cool. It's pretty awesome. I like that a lot. I don't see anything in the way of super tiny pieces. So that's good. And it looks like most of these coned rooftops are actually just pyramid and should be a nice, easy fold. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of difficulty there either. This right here appears to be the largest semicircle of the bunch, so this is probably a good idea of the scale we're going to be looking at here. There doesn't seem to be a full plate though, so this is probably just the lower level, and we'll go back from there. All right, pulling this up, yeah, you can see more cone, well, pyramid, I suppose, not cone. Nothing too bad. I do like, yeah, we got a couple different colored rooftops. I don't know how well that's showing up on camera. So we've got a little bit of color variation, but I mean, it's supposed to be mostly white. The white is also going to be very, very helpful when it comes to visibility when assembling this. My biggest concern is the paint rubbing off. You got to be very delicate with white because this paint will come off very, very, very easily. Not sure what's up with the color gradation here, but looking forward to finding out. That should be pretty awesome. Alright, on the instructions we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of instructions. And let's see. Nothing particularly. Oh, why? Wow. Look at that. We're going to start right off with the hard bit and get the castle at the top of the structure complete right off the beginning. But it doesn't look too surprising here. The print does seem to be a bit smaller than typical Metal Earth products, but that's okay. That's fine. It's still legible. Still looks understandable. This is going to be a fun one. I hope I can get this done in one video. Based on the difficulty and the number of pieces, I should be able to. So, how about we get some pieces out? And let's get started on this build.
And here it is! Metal Earth, Lord of the Rings, Minas Tirith, fully assembled and looking absolutely spectacular. This is an amazing piece. Sure, it's got its issues, but overall, man, I am absolutely ecstatic with how this turned out. As you can see, there are a ton of little details. All these buildings and houses, and I'm guessing chapels, churches, everything. I mean, it's just utterly amazing. I love the reflective silver they used for the roof tiles. The white tree is kind of minimal, but it's there. And this piece is the first piece I've ever built that actually utilizes every single piece of metal on the sprues. So there are no spares whatsoever. The difficulty, as I mentioned earlier, is definitely in the scale. This is very, very small and lots of folds, especially in all these houses. We'll bring this in a little bit, give you a little bit of a closer look. All right. So, all right. So you can see each of these houses has, all of the windows cut out. Most of them have little doors cut out. You've got this tactile rock face all along, which is just amazing. It does not have a base. I really wish that Middle Earth would put bases on all of these. I mean, it would really kind of help. But for whatever reason, they chose not to here. And that's fine, whatever. The variety of homes, yes, there's a lot of them that are very, very similar. But there's enough variety and they're interspersed enough that it doesn't look like it's all samey. And there's enough of these buildings to give you the impression that this is, a full-on city. There are some areas, like this big gap right here, maybe a little bit here, where, I think a little extra detail, a little building or something there would have been nice. But, it works. It works. You got these towers all along. These little coned roofs, by far the hardest part of this whole build. The hardest part. You've got the gate and the door here where the trolls went in. Obviously the walls surrounding the city, and of course the big mountain in the middle. You do have little cutouts of the doors, so it goes right through, just like in the movie. Up top here, you've got the castle, along with this massive steeple here, and of course the white tree itself, which is very tiny compared to the whole piece. But you got to remember the scale this thing is on. This thing is huge. From a top-down view, you can see, all of the intricacy on a lot of these buildings and the way they populate everything. This is an amazing piece. It really, really, really is. On the backside, not too much to speak of. Obviously, it's got the Tree of Gondor, and just some rock face. Laser etching and whatnot. Nothing major on the backside, so definitely not supposed to be displayed from that end. And I love the way the instructions kind of structure this out. Okay, you start by building the top and then working layer by layer down, but you don't actually assemble anything until the end, at which point you go from the bottom up. And at that point you get to see all of the work you've put in just kind of grow into this amazing city. And it is spectacular. Now, the scale on this is way smaller than, say, the Tower of Orthanc, as you can see. It's obvious. This is an entire city. This is one tower, but, oh, sorry about that. Didn't realize I had the camera shaking or at such an angle. Holy crap. Let's try and fix that. All right. I would have liked to have seen this be a bit bigger, maybe twice the size, but of course that would have been twice the metal and probably twice the cost. That said, it is still a wonderful representation of Minas Tirith, and I absolutely freaking love it. I think it came out wonderful. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Have a great day.